Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a long time. You might remember from last time I was getting nothing but crashed desktops after a while. I think SU15, the update, actually fixed that. Thinking it's a memory leak. I did upgrade my RAM to 128 gigabytes because I was having, before SU15 came, I was having it use almost all my memory. And not only that, I do video editing, obviously, and all that stuff, so now you Photoshop. So for me, it was like, I'm not getting rid of this computer anytime soon. Might as well do it. It's been awesome on that. But I'm still getting CTDs even with that, and that had nothing to do with it. There are memory leaks. Oh, thank you to Nick, the Photo Guy 13, for following me on Twitch. But hopefully tonight will just be a good experience. Tomorrow I should be flying for real, as long as the weather holds out. I'm going to be flying the 152, probably just around the area. I'm going to depart Plymouth and probably go to Taunton for the Taunton Pilot Association breakfast. I'm thinking it over. But I'm waking up bright and early, going to get on the plane, then head back. Like I said, stay in the area, maybe Taunton, get a landing in there. Maybe New Bedford, get a landing in there, and then one more Plymouth. And that way it brings me to the 3, and I'm current to take passengers for even longer. But even that's been a while. Last time I flew was with Haz, probably about a month, no, month or two ago. It's been a while, but I've been saving money because of that. But anyways, we're going to do a flight in the 152, seeing that we're taking that tomorrow in real life. Might be good to get in it. And we're going to fly to Plymouth from basically Mount Washington, New Hampshire. It's Whitefield, New Hampshire. And I just did this off stream in the Cirrus just to try it out one more time. So there we go. Let's get our checklist up. Let's get going here, because I need to go to sleep after this so I can wake up early to get flying for real, hopefully, and then back for the family for Memorial Day for a cookout. So we'll see though, because they said there might be some clouds. It was raining before, so I have to do a briefing in the morning, see what's going on with that. But checklist, there we go. So familiarize myself. This is the checklist I actually use in the 152 in real life as well. So if we're going to pretend the pre-flight is done, I'm going to go to the start. Seat track, back lock, avionics are off. They are. You have to turn them off manually. There's no avionics master switch in the 152. Carb heat's off. It is because pushed in. Beacon on. And there's switches right here. Why is my pitot heat on? I'll turn that off. Beacon on, mixture full rich, throttle slight, and priming. I'm going to give it 2 shots of primer. Never really use the parking brake at the flight school. Usually just use chocks or tie downs if we really need to. So prime twice, brakes are set, clear prop, master on, mags a start. Here we go. Clear prop. Purrs like a kitten. Alright, looking pretty good there. I want to test something here. Give me a second. Now, see, yeah, the starter switch is all messed up on this, but that's okay. We'll just do it manually with mouse here when I check the mags. Oil pressure's in the green. Lights as required. Let's turn our nav lights on and our taxi light on for now. Seatbelt harnesses. Good. Flaps are up. They are. Heat vent defrost. Outside air temperature is what? Yeah, it's like 55. We'll put some on. Cabin air, that is. Okay, did I fill the plane? Probably not. Always leave a full fuel. Avionics on and set, so you have to manually turn these on. Each one. In real life, this is a lot faster because we just turn this knob with our fingers. And there is sometimes an arrow like that will get it there, but sometimes it doesn't pop. Oh, you just have to get in the right place, I guess. And then, alt reporting on the ident, transponder on squawk, avionics on, ADS-B, ATIS. What is the ATIS here? 118.525, COM 2. I have to had them both. Cool. Wind is calm. Just gotta do the flight plan here. which I totally forgot to do. Just give me a second. Oh, what a pain. They should let you save templates like they do in real life for the aircraft that you're in. November 482. VFR. C-152. I'd show you what I'm doing, but I'm on the streaming laptop for this. Lights, weight category. Again, they don't have the equipment code, so I have to go in here and do it. It's going to be standard and something else, but see what's going on here. I'll show you again what we're doing here. We are using the C-152 mod as well, but I made this myself for rule of flying. And here are all our equipment codes. So it'll be standard. Cover VOR. Yeah, we're just gonna do standard. Make it easy. Transponder is the surveillance equipment, modes A and C. C. And I have U1. Departure. I really wish I did this offline. Oh. Altitude is going to be 6,500. Airspeed is about 102. Take about an hour and a half at most. Fuel endurance is 4 hours. Direct. And it'd be awesome if they let you save like a profile for this call sign. So, oh, forgot to put my remarks in. Give me a second. I gotta do the biz. Alright, remarks. Oops. Sorry about this, everybody. Few pilot remarks. I got it saved right here. Of course, oh, for some reason, Windows 11, it opens up all the 5 million different notepad files I have. Because I am a teacher in real life and use that for note taking like all the time. There we go. Filed. Flight pen filed. Okay, we're good. But now you know where all the codes come from. Online in real life, they have all these codes for you. On VATSIM, they don't. So it's kind of confusing how people would know that. Alright, anyways. Over to guard. You know what that means. Sorry, I'm looking at chat. I've been putting in a flight plan the whole time. Over to guard. That was a big guard.
You're on guard with
KHIE.
That doesn't sound right. What happened there?
Meow.
That just sound higher pitch. I don't know what the heck happened with that thing. It's because it made capitals. Weird. We're going to go with it anyways. Alright. So as you can see, there's no autopilot. We're going to hand fly it tonight. And altimeter's good. Heading is good. 17. Vertical speed, everything's good. Alright. And kind of like what I'm flying tomorrow because we don't have GPS in that. I am going to use my electronic flight bag like you see on screen though. So we shall. Number 1. Make it so. Make it so, and that did not go in high pitch, so I don't know what's going on there. Back to the checklist. Altimeter set, radio test. We should probably connect to VATSIM. Am I connected? I am, and I just opened up. Oh no, I'm not. C-152. 2 Echo Foxtrot. Now I am. Alright, we're there now. Okay, so VATSIM Unicom 122.8 we are. VATSIM Unicom Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot radio check please. And no one's out there. Okie dokie. I never did open up Volanta. Excuse me while the screen flashes. Let's see if anyone's out there, shall we? Nope, no one's out there. Well, I mean, there are people out there, but there's no one on radio. So we're good. We're going to be on our own. That means I'm going to use my ATC chatter program, get some authenticity here. Let me know if any of the volumes are off or anything like that. I'm still working on volumes, and I haven't been able to. And let's get this thing going. So ATIS I got, altimeter set, radio tested, brakes test. All right, we are going to take runway 28, if I remember right. So we're going to go to the right. Here we go. That was parking brake. It was already off. And I'm supposed to use the real world CTAF, which I almost forgot. Okay, real world CTAF. So 122.8 anyway, so we're good. We're using every single thing I used before, like FSLTL and everything like that. So, and I have had no CTDs since SU-15. So, take it as it is. I think it was a memory leak. And I think the extra RAM helps me with all the add-ons I have. But we loaded every single thing tonight. So we should see Digi driver scenery at Plymouth and all that. So, man, it feels great to be back.
Traffic, Popper 605 Juliet Charlie is taxiing out to the runway for run-up at
All right. Sir, looking right. Looking left, not hearing anything on the radio. Mount Washington traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot back taxi for departure on runway 28. Mount Washington. I haven't flown a 152 in real life in a while either, but we took the 172 up to New Hampshire in the last flight with Haz 6363. He might show up tonight, might not. I haven't been streaming it forever, so it kind of makes sense if he's not. Even the windsock kind of says 28, so that's good. For whatever wind's out there.
Popper 5 Juliet Charlie's doing a left crosswind for 1-2.
We'll do a run up. We'll turn off on the right. Up ahead. The only thing I have noticed, and that was only today, is the frame jed mod sometimes wigs out at heavy VRAM usage. So I went to half the refresh rate of the screen, and it seems to be just okay right now, but it's a work in progress. So we're going to leave the frame gen on, but if for some reason it really messes up, and it's usually when we're at an airport or after we landed, then we'll turn frame gen off. I'll have to go to the menu to do that. So, alright, let's turn off here. Do a quick run up.
Helicopter 29 Victor Mike on the go, taxiway parallel 12, gonna be left turn out.
Okay, tablets, you can see the run up here. Okay. Still have never made it to Whitefield in real life, but alright, brakes are set. Fuel is on. Trim set for takeoff. Flight controls. Doing well. Instruments, turn coordinators in the middle, no flag. Heading coordinate should be about 3-0 right now. It's a little off. There we go. Vertical speed looks good. Altimeter looks good. Should be about 70 something. Horizon looks good. Airspeed looks good. Mixture best power. Primary and locked. We pull on that just to make sure it's locked. It's a little tab that kind of locks in there. 1700. And right magneto. Good. Back to both. Looking good. Oops. Up. Not start. Left. Back to both. Very good. Carb heat on. That's looking decent too. Vacuum is looking good. Amps are charging slightly over here. Oil pressure, oil temperature are in the green. I'm gonna idle. It's looking pretty good. Car feed off. And back to 1,000. If there's a problem, take a full mechanical winch, otherwise there's enough available runway ahead of us. We'll board, take off, and land directly here on the runway. If we are under, let's say 900 feet, and this problem mechanical emergency, otherwise we'll land directly here with no 130 turns, best glide speed, and this is 60. If we're above 800 feet, this problem mechanical emergency, otherwise we'll take a turn to the left, because it seems like any wind's coming from that direction. And land downwind on the taxiway, the grass, and runway with ours available to us, best glide speed again 60. Rotate at 50, climb at 67. And we're going to turn all the lights on this time. Every single one. Landing, taxi light, everything to be visible. Alright, look pretty good. We are good to go. And let's go take off. No one at downwind, no one on base, final, crosswind, so let's call it. Mount Washington traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot, departing runway 28, departure to the southeast. Mount Washington. Okay, turn the tablet off, get a good view. What are my frames doing right now? Yeah, they're maxed out at 30. But I'd rather have that. I don't care about the actual number as long as it's smooth. So, alright, in the middle. Heels on the floor. And full throttle. Rotate. That looks pretty good. I feel it's playing really early today. Got squirrely on the ground. Uh-oh. Jet Pilot Cinnamon, thank you for subscribing. 42 months? Holy cripe. I dropped my Prime subscription to you, sir, today, because been out of the loop for a while. But we just had graduation on Friday, so I'm pretty much done except for paperwork and finishing the year strong. So just want to get it over and done with now. Alright, we're going to head out for a little bit here. Again, we're climbing to 6,500. I think we're going to be okay with that. If not, we'll switch it to 7,500. But we got to watch out for mountains. So we might have to go 8,500, which I didn't even remember that, but now I do. So we'll be okay. Stay on the Unicom. Or I should say, yeah, Unicom. Hold on. I think it's CTAF. Trimming up slightly. Okay, looking pretty good. We're gonna head to the right here now that we're at pattern altitude. To the right, to the right, to the front. No kidding. And actually, we're turning to the left because I'm a little rusty. Thank you, sir. This update did it. So I don't know how, but I think I got rid of a lot of memory leaks or something. That's all I could think of because it kept giving me memory errors before. It's looking pretty good. How's the sound? Because I've been working on that and haven't been able to stream. Should be about 75, 80 for a cruise climb. Better view over the nose, and it helps cool off the engine a little faster. Passive air. Okay, let's roll out here for a second. Looking pretty good. And to the left. Should be heading about 180-ish. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna stay like 181-ish. So that way we could. No. Actually, we'll go 179-ish. So that way we go 7,500 and not so feel so bad about ourselves. Yeah, alright, at this time I'd probably go to approach, so I'm gonna stick approach on this thing. Yeah, turn that setting off. Going to approach. 3,000. We're going to start leading up the mixture. I did buy a new TPM, by the way. It's just I have to fit it underneath the desk, but it uses like real controls. It's the TH1, Redbird TH1, and that thing's huge too. So I bought these brackets to mount it, and I'm hoping to figure that out. I have to move my whole desktop over to fit it in there, so hopefully we'll get it working. But it feels really good, has the vernier control in it and everything. And I missed my TPM, so I'm kind of glad we got it. Alright, we do have some clouds, which I knew because I flew in the Cirrus here earlier. So we're going to have to try to work our way through it here. See what we can do. We might have to go more east, I think, and stay underneath the clouds. Problem is that we have the mountains here as well, so we shall see. And the next step is to get ready for the air show. The Stearman. I have the DC Designs one, and I also bought the new one, so which I can't remember what the company was, but seems like the newer one's a little bit better modeled for most people, so we'll have to see. I should be flying IRL tomorrow if the weather holds out, getting a briefing, and then figuring out from there. Again, just staying in the area, getting my 3 landings in, stay current, to take passengers. So, all right, man. Thanks. Well, good luck. Get some sleep here. I'll probably have to get some sleep too. I'll be up at like 7 to get to the airport for 8. I'll probably be waking up a little earlier than that, but probably maybe 7. So we'll see. But have a good one. Take it easy. Be safe. Thank you for coming out. See, I thought the problem was FS Realistic, all these other, and it's worked fine ever since that update. So I don't understand why they could let something like that just happen for all that time, but they seem to have fixed it. Okay, lean out the mixture a little bit more. Just right there, I just want to make sure. All right, and we're going to have to figure out what the heck we're going to do with these clouds. We're probably going to have to scud run if we can. Not the safest to do in the mountains. But we'll see what happens. I think it said clear on the 10 square miles, broken at 7,000. Yeah, that makes sense then. Overcast at 9,500, that changed. Mount Washington is overcast at 1,000, so that's why you see these low flying clouds here. No, thank you, Digi. We're back. No food, no problemos. Saw you flying that airline earlier. An American Truck Simulator is kind of trying for a lot because I couldn't get the simulator working. Oh, we got some rain coming in now. I just noticed that my butt kicker's not working. Okay, I'm probably disconnected, but at this point, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep flying. Ugh. Okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna figure out something. Maybe go to the right a little bit here. Mount Lafayette is 4,900. We're just about there. This is gonna get scary, everybody. Can't go that way. So let's go this way. No. Oh, the rain here is no joke either in New Hampshire. When I flew the Cirrus in right before I did this flight in the stream, it was still kind of coming in, I guess, because it wasn't this bad. Alright, if we have to go around Mount Lafayette, we will. And I think I'm going to cut it at 5,500. Which is not going to give us a lot of space here, but So we'll go this way. Still raining. Got a little condensation here. Kind of see it. Seriously. Yep. Seriously. How did the slip go? I kind of heard you. It was like in and out on that one landing. I was like, oh God. I didn't see us landing. That's only because I was in between things. So I've been testing the simulator for like 2 days straight in between doing graduation for the high school and all that stuff. But want to get a flight in before I fly for real tomorrow. Just staying in the area like I said earlier. Not going to go anywhere fantastic. Just going to... Taunton Pilot Association has a breakfast going on, so thought about maybe going to that and then flying to New Bedford after that, just for a landing and then going back to Plymouth. So, Pilot Mania! You know it! I'll tell you what, when you come up here, I should probably get you one of those t-shirts. They're not a hot seller or anything, but we seem to like it.
What you gonna do when Mania runs wild on you, brother?
Alright, we'll stay at 5,500 once we get up there, that is. And looks like we're gonna go around Mount Lafayette somehow, which is right there. So hopefully the weather eases up over there. We got a ski area over there. There's also an aerial tramway somewhere, and I have a add-on that adds like ski lifts and stuff. Well, there you go. You know what? I should make you the emo. I should make you a Pilot Mania emo. Did you really know that that's just my silhouette with a Hulk Hogan stash on it? I'm just saying, but I'll make it for you. All right, let's lower the RPMs here. I was mowing the lawn today, and I thought about what am I going to do, because I want to make like a Hawaiian shirt for the Eric Flight Aviation design store. And I thought about taking my original silhouette and making that like a pattern for a Hawaiian t-shirt. No one has to know it's me. Just looks like a pilot in pilot gear. I gotta get back on that as well. I've designed some stuff. So we designed a attitude indicator, like rug, and it comes in different sizes. That was pretty cool. But made in China, only because it seems like that is the cheapest option. If I went through Printify like I try to do for United States shipping and stuff, it's like triple the price. So it's like I'd rather give cheaper prices for the. It looks like the same exact thing too. It's not like it's any different. So. But all right, we're gonna have to work our way around here somewhere. I think that's just rain, but still, it's reduced visibility in mountains. That doesn't add on. So. We are going to go around Mount Lafayette. That's what we're doing right now. It's very scenic, though. Take me more time than I wanted to fly today, but what the heck? Very interesting. That ski slope over there. To our right is Littleton. Well, there's also some terrain mesh errors there. But Littleton, New Hampshire, I actually stay here a lot when we go for like Santa's Village with the kids and stuff. And that's this little town over here. It's a pretty nice hotel that they got there. I think it's the Hampton Inn we should stay in. It's pretty nice. It's not like swank or anything. We're not really after the things. And they have like a free breakfast, which is just okay. Usually it's swamped with people going to Santa's Village for the kids, which is an amusement park up here. Alright, we're looking pretty good. Trimmed out pretty well. I guess this means I'm looking pretty safe to fly the 152 for real tomorrow. We've had a lot of rain up here lately. Cutting the grass today took me like 5 hours to do the whole yard because of how thick it was from all the rain. So I also let it go a little bit because I had a lot of stuff going on my job, but we got it done today. Okay, time for some iced tea. start heading a little bit more south.
1900 for the maintain 4000. That's 4000 at 1900.
Looking pretty good. Again, sorry to all that I haven't been streaming lately. It's just I've either been busy, and we also had the crash of desktops happening like all the time. All the time. So it wasn't worth getting on here. And I did try streaming, if you noticed. The last stream crashed the desktop too. So, tried my best. Look at Hispanic Ramen over there. In the F-18. I've had other aircraft I wanted to fly for a while on stream as well. I have a long list. There's a lot of backlog here on what I wanted to do. But we are having the 4th annual Flight Sim Marathon. I've been advertising it at the Microsoft Flight Simulator forums. And it is the Fly the Coast Marathon. So I'll show you a picture here. We're going to do 2 marathons in one. So we're going to do one week on the July 27th. And we're going to do another one a week later on August 3rd. The first one's going to do the Atlantic coast of North America. I'm going to go down to Miami. And there's also bonus add-on routes to go a little bit further, which I'm going to do probably, depending on how I feel. The sailing of the Pacific coast, we're going to go all the way to Mexico. But I let us go down the Baja coast if you really want to as an add-on. So check that thing out. If you join my Discord, tinyurl.com/EF Discord. You can find out all the information you need along with registration if you want to register as a pilot. And all the funds that we raise are going to be for the Children's Cancer Research Fund through my participation in the Great Cycle Challenge. So, should be a pretty good event. We're trying to break records. We're going to try to get to $2,500 raised total. And I thought with 2 marathons, we could definitely make that happen. So, alright. Here we go. A little reflective over there, but we're going to try to get across Mount Lafayette here. Trim up. Push this thing a little faster, too, as well.
Okay, 121 direct V, counting approach 127.6. 27.6 direct V.
I would have taken a faster aircraft, but I am flying the 152 tomorrow, so I thought it appropriate to do this before I fly for real tomorrow. Yeah, it's just a lot of rain condensation, so we'll stay on the edge of it here. And this is the C-152 JP Logistics Mod. So we'll see. I might even do the briefing with you online at the end of our flight tonight. How's that? Just so I see what's going on. Depends on what the clouds are doing. It says partly cloudy with some rain in the forecast. Seeing that I'm staying local, it's not going to be a huge thing. It depends on when the rain's happening, because I have to get back for 2 o'clock for a family Memorial Day cookout. And then on Monday, I got to wake up early to go to my town where I teach and be there with a student to play taps. So I just have to be there as a representative. So. But I guess this proves this answer.
You know how to fly, don't you?
No. Do you?
I do know how to fly.
How hard
I'm
can it
feeling
be?
pretty good about this 152 right now, so. This is like night and day, though. I used to always have anxiety, like not like oh my god, but anxiety about trying to get a flight done because of crashed desktops. And now I'm feeling more reassured after days of testing. So you couldn't get me to update this fast enough. Let's put it that way. And then I didn't even know if it was going to work, but it seems to be working. It says we have an hour and 44 minutes. Oh. I wanted to be in bed earlier than that, but I guess we're gonna do it. It's all right. I slept in today. Wow. If you're listening, if you could tell me how it sounds volume mixing wise, that would be nice of you, because I don't know how it sounds. Let me know with a thumbs up, down, something, if it needs to be changed at all.
41 maintain 180 knots, still doing.
Again, that overcast layer was overcast layer was over near Mount Washington, so we're not going to get a good view of the mountain, but hey, we'll get a nice view of Mount Lafayette as we pass it. It's right over there on our left. It's the only way when I get around it, so. Real life, this would have probably been a no-go, just to make sure I had enough visibility, because you never know. I do hope to fly up here sometime. Might take my flying buddy with me on this one. Maybe he could fly back and I'll fly too, or something like that. And usually go halves if we do that. I need a flying buddy bad that can pay half. Fly. I don't care about the flying. They can fly half and I'll fly the other half. But just to go on more flights, spread the money around, it'd be nice to have a flying buddy. And all the people that say, oh yeah, let me know. You let them know, and like, there's one I really count on who's not even has a certification, but he has a lot of lessons underneath his belt. So I'm still the pilot in command, but there we go. It's getting a little clearer now. Not real world time, but we are in real world weather mode, and we're looking pretty good. Alright, let's climb to 7,500 now. That's kind of clearer over here, and see what we're dealing with. The 152 in real life is just like a 172, just very light compared to it. I remember when I flew the 172 the first time, it felt like I was controlling an elephant, so there's just a lot of resistance on the controls more than the 152, but this is what I took my private training in, is the 152, because it was cheaper, and I didn't really count on like taking people in. We barely made the rate requirement, but I'm glad I did it, because it's a nice plane to take solo on good days. So turn a little more on course here. If we go on higher, we have time in case there's a problem with the engine and stuff. Do have to watch the clouds above us though. Just another check on the frame rate here. I locked it to 30-ish, but again, it shows that once in a while that VRAM's holding down too, because it seems like when I get the VRAM up to like 94%, there are issues with the frame gen mod now at airports. So I'm kind of glad it's doing what it's doing right now, and we'll see.
2632, maintain 180 knots, still doing. Caution wake turbulence, your sequence find a heavy Boeing 777. Continue to do it, unit 20.
All these beautiful mountains here. Mount Lafayette's more back there, but you still have a lot of hills here. And that is New Hampshire.
That is 2038 for right direct ready. You set to maintain 5,000.
Turn more on course now. Again, I'm using my electronic flight bag that I use in real life for GPS guidance here. And we are on VATSIM Unicom because there's no controllers online. But we made it around that whole precipitation thing over there. We are on our way to Plymouth. Now it says an hour and 16 minutes. That's way better. I could do that. That's way better than staying up to 1 a.m. Alright, keep climbing. I will say that the memory has nothing to do with frames per second, because I increased my RAM to 128 gigabytes, but I will say that it loads scenery faster, and that makes sense too, because it puts more in the RAM to load, so it's almost like a cache, if you will, for scenery and stuff like that. And it seemed to have taken a little pressure off the CPU and the GPU, probably because it's transferring data in and out of that more than getting it from a small amount of memory. And for Photoshop and all that stuff they use to edit videos, and it obviously works a little bit better. So, and I can keep tons of stuff up on the desktop. However, I'm still trying to limit what I have there, just to make sure. Getting up to cruising altitude here. And actually, we're going to go 6,500 now, because it seems like we're going to stay on this path. Bearing is about 1. Yeah. So let's go down to 6,500. Seems like we're going in a more westerly direction with our heading, and that the winds are pushing us to the east. That beautiful scenery. Lake Winnipesaukee out there. I've flown to Laconia before, which is right there with my old hockey buddy. Man, that was like a year and a half ago. Actually more than a year and a half ago. I can't believe that's more than a year and a half ago. Feels like just yesterday. But that was a nice flight, to be honest with you. Yep, there you go. No problem, my friend. Thank you for just showing up. This Avir, the tablet that you see on screen, is how I'm going to navigate tomorrow, and then just seeing out the window. It's pretty easy to get to Taunton from Plymouth. It's basically just west. So the tablet's not really needed, but it's nice to have, you know. And Digi, when you come up, you might be able to experience that based on weather. Fly around a little bit. Love though. You gotta let me know if you would like the 172 or the Piper to see if I can make it happen. Because I don't know if I can, but we'll see. And of course, you will sit on the right seat. And if you want, after we land somewhere, you can have your wife even try flying if you'd like to. That's up to you. But I will book flights. I need specific dates that you're going to be up here. And then I'm just going to book a bunch. So doesn't mean you have to fly them all. Okay. Hour, and the wind's definitely coming from the west, because the more east I turn, it's pushing me. It's more of a tailwind. All right, I'll turn the tablet off for a little bit, but now you know what I'm looking at. Bad played. Is that too loud? Let me know. The hardest thing is balancing this outside volume in cockpit volume. Portsmouth, New Hampshire in front of us. I'm sorry, Plymouth, New Hampshire in front of us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, don't do this to me now. Alright. Plymouth has cruises. That was scary. Good. Awesome. It sounds very loud, but I know I was trying to get stream-wise. Trimming up. Trimming this takes a lot longer than real life to get it evened out. Hour and 18 minutes to go.
751, sliding 060, and a simple low flash.
Alright, how about the background music volume? How's that sounding? I took notes on the last stream.
Hampshire 284, 5 for 2 and maintain 2000, still established low flash, clear at ILS, runway 4 right approach.
They have, well, you're coming in the fall, so, but they will still have Plymouth Harbor cruises if you want to make a day in Plymouth, you know what I'm saying? They have nice dinner cruises as well. Oh, okay. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll check it out later too, because when I listen to it with Bluetooth in my car, it comes in like a different mix than on PC, and also the headphones make a difference too.
Expect ILS 4 right approach, door count 3024.
I'm going to be honest with you, the peak foliage is right around there too. So if you wanted to make it it's depending on plans. I'm not pushing anything. We just will deal with whatever we got. But you might see some nice fall foliage up here, which I know that you have seen in where you live too, but it's a little more peak up there at this time. At that time, at least, I should say. Peak colors in New Hampshire are usually in October, and it's about 2 to 3 weeks later in Massachusetts. But New Hampshire gets colder earlier, so that kind of leads to that. So a lot of people like to go to New Hampshire in the autumn because of that, because you have a lot of mountains and stuff, just foliage everywhere. When I went to Laconia back in a year and a half ago, something like that, a little bit more than that, it was a little bit past peak, but you still saw a lot of colors. But you're coming in September, so you might see a little bit, but you won't see a lot, I guess, if you come in September.
Maintain that, still doing. Contact tower 18-3. Have a nice day. 116 to doing. Over tower, last 284 U2.
All right, an hour and 17 minutes to go. Looking really good. Again, Lake Winnipesaukee, major destination for the summer. You might remember the movie What About Bob? That was supposed to be out of Lake Winnipesaukee. And that would be over there. Laconia. It's famous for motorcycle rallies and stuff. Vermont fall colors are nice, yeah. But baby steps, you know what I'm talking about. Dr. Marvin? That's where it takes place. I think they actually filmed there too, but I'm not positive on that. But I believe they did. There's a nice diner. We drove up here with my wife and kids for a little road trip, and they have like old 1950s stylish diners that you could eat at, which are pretty cool. And the guy that owns it owns a bunch of them, so it's like a whole chain. But that's right around Laconia. We were driving back from again Whitefield, where we kind of departed from in this flight. And on the way back, I was like, I'm kind of hungry. I think we should eat there. Try to find something good. We were looking online. The internet can be spotty in the mountains, obviously, but it got a lot better since, like, when I was younger. Let's put it that way. You're right. I'm trying to get down to 6,500. These winds are pushing me up a little bit. Actually, Lake Winnipesaukee is back there, that bigger lake over there. This other one is Squam Lake, and Lake Winnipesaukee out there. Ashlands, New Hampshire over here. Watch those RPMs.
France 060, 062 Heavy, you should maintain 4,000, flying 170.
And we're looking pretty good.
4,000, heading 170.
Taunton has a new restaurant too as well. So when I go there tomorrow, if for some reason I can't make the breakfast, I could probably go to that place to get a little bite to eat and try it out. I'm gonna be traveling farther to travel to Taunton than it would be just to drive there, but I want to fly tomorrow, so it's been a while. Looking decent on the trim now.
4398, you should maintain 5,000, for right heading 090, vector sequence. 4398, you should maintain 5,000, flighting 090. 5,000, 090, that's 4398.
Everything flown by hand tonight. No autopilot available. They do let you put an autopilot in this, but we're not going to. Just like tomorrow. No autopilot, just flying by hand. 1 hour and 4 minutes to go. Yep, see those winds that push me up and down. It's a light aircraft, but I think this thing over and compensates for it. It is a little bit bumpy. There's a, right now there's also moderate icing. It's a SIGMET. So, you know, there was moderate turbulence earlier today. And I've been in turbulence with this thing in real life, and let me tell you, it gets bumpy. It's a light plane. Doesn't feel like it when you're trading in it, and then you haven't flown the 172 or anything yet, but I am from Mass, so edits. Yep, bit humid, and then you get a little bit of bumps. Yep. It's usually what does it, but yeah. Who'd you go on the 172? Did you just go on a discovery flight or something? So edits, I fly out of Plymouth, Massachusetts. I rent out of there. Do not own a plane, so that's usually where I fly out of. Oh, cool. You got to fly and everything? You could log those, you know. So if you ever wanted to become a private pilot, you could count those hours. So you got your own logbook and everything to toot? So everything counts. I'm up to like 270, I think, hours. I'd like to go back and do I'll finish up the instrument because I was kind of in the middle of training and then we needed money. So my flight funds had to be used for that, but we've rebounded successfully. I have money stashed away, but I want to save that as investments. I don't want to spend on my instrument rating just yet, but whatever I did learn has helped me as a pilot already, so. 1 hour to go, everybody. Would have been a little quicker if we went direct, but we had all those clouds to contend with.
Extension 602, procedure in KY, on the final approach course, maintain 3,000. Short KY, down to 3,000, extension 60.
Looking pretty good, Laconia. Still out there with Lake Winnipesaukee. What about Bob? Dr. Marvin? Dr. Leo Marvin? He'll be over here. I'm going to have to get some What About Bob sound files for the stream. Yep, going to have to do it. But it's going to be fun flying the 152 tomorrow if it happens, because it's just it's a fun little airplane to fly. It goes slow though. Like I didn't know that it was slow until I flew the 172, and the 172 is only about 10% faster, but it's still faster, you know. But you don't realize that you're slow until you fly the faster aircraft. So, what I might do next for training, because training costs more money, obviously you have to pay for the instructor. I might try getting the complex endorsement. Something just crawled on me. I don't know what that crawled on me, but something crawled on me. Complex endorsement would be good, so I can do a throttle prop and mixture. And then the high performance would come with the Cirrus. So, but I'd rather get the instrument before the Cirrus thing, only because they say the Cirrus training goes faster if you get your instrument reading first. So, they have a whole curriculum to do the Cirrus sign out, if you will. So I already can do it as a private pilot with just VFR skills, but they say it takes longer. But I think that I might have a little leg up only because I've done the G1000 in the simulator a lot as well. So I would, the whole first lesson's familiarization with that and procedures and stuff, but I would hope that would go a little faster. So, and the way they book it, from what I was told at the Mike Goulian school, was it's usually like you book like a 5 to 6 hour lesson. So you're paying like a couple $100, if not near $1,000, but that you get that all that time to learn all that, and then it goes through the curriculum after that. But there's familiarization here, and it's loading scenery. That's why it's slowing down, which it still does from time to time. Here we go. Oops, sorry, I had my free look on, so now it's going nuts. Okay, trim down. So that's the only thing I think that we have here, is once in a while it's got to load some scenery, but I have this thing cranked. It's like ultra everything. There's Laconia out there. And that diner, I believe, is somewhere over here. Now I keep thinking something's climbing on me. It's that time of the season where you start seeing ants come out once in a while. So you have to get the ant traps. So it could be that. So I've caught like one today doing that.
439, your approach, thank you, for it.
Chief Wonky Wolf out there. Now it's balanced pretty good. But I can't wait to start using the TH1, the Redbird TH1 throttle pop mixture. It's just a lot of planning on how to mount it to my desk. But again, I got the things I need. I gotta disconnect my desktop and put it on the other side of my table. And I gotta try to make it fit in there. So it is a huge device. So much so that some people said, "Oh, put it in a new box and just move the electronics around." But I don't really feel like doing that, to be honest with you. I really wanted the Vernio TPM, the Vernio Plus TPM, but it's like $1,000, and it is smaller and it's about the same quality. But I just couldn't justify paying $1,000. I bought the Redbird TH1, believe it or not, for like $260, and that includes shipping, and that's used on eBay. So I didn't think that was bad at all. So I've went through it in life here. We landed on that runway. There's a little hill there. Gotta watch out for that when you're turning to base, the base to final. Then we just kind of parked here because I wasn't sure about the bathrooms over here, because it said they have a bathroom charge like $50. So yeah, we made sure we didn't do anything there. And there's Konya. This is also famous for motorcycle bike rallies. They have a zoom out. There you go. They have a motorcycle bike rally up to Laconia every year. And the only sanctioned FAA runway, which I believe is over there, ice runway. When it ices up enough, it hasn't done that in like 2 years, but when it does, you can actually land on the lake when it's ice. I've always wanted to do that too. I took the FAA training class on that, but for the past 2 years, it's just been too warm to have enough ice to land there. The Alton Bay ice runway. The only time I've done it is on stream, and that was years ago, because they have a FlightSim.to scenery for that to emulate like it's frozen pond. And you gotta be careful of that, because you basically have to land like short field technique and with minimal to no brakes, because it's ice. So if you hit on the brakes, you can swerve. So then I talked to my instructor. And I was like, do you want to do that with me sometime? And he's like, and he never really gave me a real answer on it. So. But I think it would be cool. And I would take him any day because he's very experienced. So he deserves to have some fun. He's done a lot for me. So a little bumpy up here again. All right. Try to stay on this side of the south there so we can stay 6,500. Here we go. And we're about 100 nautical miles out, 52 minutes to go. This thing again is about 100 knots true airspeed. So it goes about 100 nautical miles per hour. About, depending on wind. And I'm kind of pushing it. Usually we do about 2,400, 2,350. I think the airplane I fly, I think 2,350 is the max they want for the prop. So they have a big label on the plane saying that. So. But I'm flying November 46249 or tomorrow if the weather cooperates. So and that's the 152 I did not do a lot of training in when I was doing my private, because it's actually bought during my training. I did most of my training in 48990 at Alpha 1 at Plymouth. But 46249 they bought about, I want to say half a year to a year before I got my private. We did take it out once in a while when 89990 was down. Yeah, well, that was interesting. Liquid Pasaki, we'll see you later. Now, there's a speedway over here. Right there, actually. And it has a TFR from time to time. And my tablet, when I flew up here in real life in Laconia, we were going this way. And I had to ask approach if that was actually active or not. And it wasn't, but I wasn't sure, so I told him, I asked him anyways. But that is a NASCAR track over here on our left. I can't remember which one it's called, but it's something Speedway. Could be the Concord Speedway, but I could be wrong on that. And you'll see that off our left as we pass over here. Right there. Kind of looks like it does in real life. Is that Loudon? You mean the Speedway there? Loudon, New Hampshire. I'm looking at my... Uh-oh, we're being raided. Speedway. We're outside Concord, New Hampshire over here. Who raided us? Oh, Stewie! How's it going? Raiding with a party of 30. Green Axolotl, thank you for raiding. Thank you for raiding. Just taking the 152 for a spin before I fly for real tomorrow in it. So, Green Axolotl, welcome. Stu, thanks a lot for the raid and welcome. Isn't that cool? Oh, you meant the rating thing? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think you gave me the inspiration for that, if I'm not mistaken, Digi. Again, that's a NASCAR track right there. I can't remember the name of it. I should probably find out. So, right, let me see if I find out. NASCAR. The Xfinity Series races there. That's what it looks like. New Concord NASCAR facility. That's 1 year ago. All right, let's do New Hampshire NASCAR and see if anything pops up. NASCAR, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. That's it. 1,050, 1.058 mile oval speedway. Loudon. That is Loudon, New Hampshire. You are correct, Digi. That is correct. So that is NASCAR. Let me check my... Yep, kind of thought that was happening. Trim up. But yeah, that's it right there. The Loudon, the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And we're going to be going near Concord, New Hampshire. Landed there with my good friend Anthony Wicked. Thank you, Digi. So that's Concord right over there, Concord, New Hampshire. It's a pretty nice airport. The runways were longer. Yeah, sorry about the ads. Okay, cool. Just checking. Sorry. It helps pay for my role of flying if it means anything. And we're going to be donating some money to the Children's Cancer Research Fund later on. So how's the Duke, Stewie? Is it one of your favorites now? I see there's 2 different models of it. I'm probably going to end up picking it up this weekend. Yeah. I just can't get out of what I fly in real life still, but I do get aircraft and try them off stream still. The TL Ultralight is a pretty fun little plane. Alright, cool.
121 heavy, descend maintain 4,000.
Well, with the update with Microsoft Flight Simulator, they fixed one of the biggest quirks in the Cirrus there. So it's looking better for the marathon. Flying that, I have to make the livery, and they just came out with the jersey design, so I usually use that in my livery design.
207, descend maintain 3,000. 3,000, volunteer 207.
Okay, we are over the Manchester class Charlie here, which I would probably try to do in real life. We're all going to be up there because of the mountains from Whitefield. Yeah, alright. Heading with an autopilot. Don't recommend not taking an autopilot, obviously. But there's still time. There's lots of time. We have about 2 months to go. I gotta get on things now that I'm mostly done with my school requirements. Just have to finish out the year strong here. Graduation was yesterday. Went very well. Except for the fact that they told me that day that, oh, we changed the time for graduation. Yeah, they did that to me. They told me at 2 p.m. that we were not following the usual graduation time. That started at 5 p.m. So I had to text, call, do whatever I had to do to get students there, and they showed up. I gotta be honest with you, that wouldn't have happened 3 years ago. But my band was awesome this year. Oh, there you go. How can you tell it's a fuel leak? Just because the fuel gauge, or? That's good for real life flying right there when you get something like that. Yeah. And you went at an appropriate height so that way you had time to glide. And did you have the emergency procedures handy, or you just kind of wing it? What's up, Nick? How's it going? Welcome to the broadcast, which is not crashing the desktop. Yeah, I got you. Well, at least you knew to do that. That's all right. Yeah, the checklist come in third. First is best glide speed. Get that going. Second is best place to land. And then if you have time, the third step is checklist and communicate. That is correct, Nick Resla. So, Nick, how close are you to becoming a CFI? Always be cool. I never heard that with the acronym, but yeah, I guess that could work too. All right, we're seeing Manchester coming up in front of us there. I have some family history in Manchester, not that I knew any of them, but when I did my genealogy study, it showed that my family came from Canada down through Manchester, so. Yeah, CFI in August. Man's got to pass all these tests though, and they said the CFI one's one of the hardest ones. But after that, you should be well versed in the knowledge needed to fly, obviously. But doesn't hurt to know a CFI, no offense. Yeah. On the right is Concord right there. And the airport right there. Again, nice little airport to fly in. I shouldn't say little. It's pretty big, actually. Nice airport, though, to fly into. It was during COVID times too, but I took my friend and ex-bandmate Anthony Wicked streaming on Twitch, and we went and flew out there. So give him a shout out as well after Nick Reslow. He streams horror gaming on his channel. Got about 48 minutes to go. Then I gotta get in bed. I might do a briefing with you though on this thing for my flying tomorrow. So DigiDriver's the guy that created the Plymouth scenery. He's been like a constant viewer of the channel. Just been a while. It's been 2 weeks since I tried streaming and had to crash the desktop. So the Plymouth one, no, because Digi's still working on it. He's very, very busy. But I have his alpha. So again, I don't want to pressure him, but it's when he can get to work on it. So, but there you go. There you go, Stu. Setting you up a little bit here. It's pretty good the way it is. It's got something. It's got the general layout of the airport, including the taxiway that's not in the default. But yeah, all right. Well, Stu, you're on my Discord, and Digi, you are too. So feel free to get through there. But yeah, it has the taxiways lined up correctly and everything. The building typically, and everything's kind of there. The windsocks still go backwards though, Digi. I thought I was paranoid, but I'm not. They're backwards, and I don't know why, because I know you use the default ones. But that's the biggest pet peeve I think I have with your Alpha right now. They go backwards. So if it says winds from 22, it shows them from 040 on the windsock. Not on the ASOS is fine, but yeah, it's probably something in the flag settings or something. All right, out there is Manchester International. That would be the other Class Charlie around Boston that people go to. As well as down where I'm at, we have Providence, Rhode Island. So those are the two big ones outside of Logan. They always advertise themselves as the alternative airports, so you don't have to go to Boston. I can't remember. We're going to Disney World in July, so I can't remember where we're departing from. I think it's Boston. I think we're going right downtown Boston. So, I don't think Boston's that bad. The only bad thing about Boston is getting the traffic to get to Boston, Logan. So that's the only issue usually. But once you're at the airport, it's pretty easy. It's big, but it's pretty easy to navigate. Shout out to the ATC there that occasionally let me fly over it in real life. That was awesome. Which we did do when I went to Laconia about 1.5 years ago. We overflew right near Logan and had jets passing underneath us. That is cool.
6.7, turn left heading 09 or 0. 09
All right. 43 minutes to go. Head a little more south there. Might cut some time off. Not much, but.
The 121 heavy, reduce speed to 180, turn left heading 120.
Manchester, New Hampshire. I have some FlightSim.to scenery. I've been thinking about getting rid of the city sceneries I downloaded because, as you see, they don't mesh well, but they have better buildings. Oops. So I don't know. They don't really do well with the Rex AccuSeason that I use, which is an awesome add-on. I guess they're not doing seasons until 2024, which Rex AccuSeason is probably the best one for seasons other than that. So. But now my add-ons don't seem to be an issue since the update. So. Alright, we gotta get an updated pressure setting, which I haven't done in a while. 119.55 is Manchester. Again, if you're flight following with approach, they give you that information from time to time. Pretty nice conditions.
For 5430, near its load, he's going to maintain 5.
They don't mesh well, no. 2984. Alright, back to Unicom. I actually did that in Com 1, not Com 2, but we'll take it. We should see Boston in the distance here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Out there, way out there. That's how clear it is tonight. Real world weather, not real world time. We're a little bit away from the border still. We are over the class Charlie, Manchester. They also take a lot of space. They do look good. It's just they don't really mesh in there that well. Now I had those before I had the Rex Accu season. But they do look better than the garbled mess. That Manchester scenery is by Viewpoint Technologies. That is payware. Well, from what I remember, it looks pretty good. See the terminal there? So if you are an airline pilot flying on sim, that'd be a good scenery to get if you fly in New England a lot. So like I said, that's kind of like, there's two airports that market themselves as, don't go to Boston, come to us, it's easier. And that's Providence and Manchester, New Hampshire. So Boston's out there in the distance. Probably more like there actually, thank you. Yeah. Oh, you did? How'd that go for you? I'll tell you what, when I get emergencies happening, it's great that it's not real. And it's great when I go, oh, I could handle that if it was real.
At 121 heavy, you do set to maintain 3,000. We already got it down to 3,000 at 121 heavy.
Okay, trim down. 38 minutes to go or so. Yeah, Nick, me and you both. Well, actually, I did have the radio fail, but I didn't consider that a big emergency, so.
United 2607, you set to maintain 5,000.
No, there you go. Yeah. Good job, man. So, Nick, what's the scariest thing that's happened to you in a plane if you want to share? Or the closest to an emergency that you've gotten? Because mine would just have to be the radio failing getting out of New Haven, Connecticut. And even then I was in enough airspace where I didn't have to worry about all of that. My backup radio I didn't understand that. I was going to keep transmitting through the broken radio though. Because for some reason whenever I pushed the transmit button it went through the radio in the plane. So now I know to turn the radio in the plane off when using the handheld. No one told me that. But we made it through. And Providence Approach, when I actually got them on there finally, I had to push the ident button to let them know yes. They would ask questions and you push the ident button because I did squawk 7600. So. Good practice all around. Way better to do it in the simulator. Alright, we're over Derry, New Hampshire. We're right below us. And around here should be Canopy Lake Park somewhere, no? Just like a nice amusement park. It's a really, stop it. Early 1900s amusement park in Salem, New Hampshire. Might be over there, since the name Canopy Lake Park. It's near a lake, or it could be over there. Don't really remember which one. Oh, actually, it's straight ahead of us somewhere. Somewhere out there. We'll see if we can find it. I believe that there is a roller coaster in this for scenery. You'll see the satellite imagery, obviously.
4389, reduce speed to 170. Cause wake
It's always tough flying this 179er radial-ish to get back when you have to decide on an altitude. So. And we're here flying all night tonight until we get to Plymouth. 33 minutes to go. Which is kind of amazing when you think about it. When Haz flew with me the last flight I took, we flew up to, oh God, what you would call it? It'll come back to me. Let me look out. Flew up to Jaffrey, New Hampshire. And it was amazing that we got up there in like 50 minutes. The winds were working with us that day. Both ways too. Like it wasn't too much of a headwind, and it was nice for a tailwind. Yep, little bumpy. Excuse me. If you want to know where we've been flying tonight, we left Whitefield. Had to go around Mount Lafayette due to visibility and clouds. And we've been doing pretty well ever since. As we get back to Plymouth, Massachusetts. Got some traffic out of Boston like usual over there. We are on Microsoft Flight Simulator East Server. If you did want to fly with us, I totally forgot to say that. And feel free to fly. Cross country taking off, climb.
4389, maintain 170 knots until doing. Contact tower 118.3. Have a nice day. 170
Yeah. Nice. There you go. I had to cycle a transponder once too because I was flying. I think it was my first flight as a private pilot flying over my house, and it's to the east of Class Charlie for Providence, but I still kind of knew obviously, so I was like asking for flight following and requesting that I was gonna just take a couple of turns around there. And what was it? My transponder wouldn't go to the squawk code. They said it wasn't squawking, so I had to cycle that too. Yeah. Yep. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Thank you to Good Fix-Its for subscribing. 40 months. Thank you, sir. It's good to be back finally. Sorry it's been so long. I feel bad that people subscribe and then like my computer would do crappy things and not let me fly that well. There's also the time too where my radio, it like popped out a little bit, so it turned off the whole radio. I was like, what's going on? Is my radio malfunctioning? And literally you just had to push it into the panel a little bit more because the connector came loose. I was told that happens from time to time. And I was like, okay. It's kind of like Flight Sim, you know, when the USB cable comes slightly dislodged. But, yeah, I mean, I wasn't in Class Charlie. I was to the west of it, but I asked for flight following because I was getting around, you know, just west of it. So I didn't want to, as a new private pilot, I didn't want to, like, test the fates and say don't maintain two-way communication, so. Alright, off our left is Salem. That might be, yep, that's it right there. Canopy Lake Park, everybody. Really good amusement park right there. And that's Canopy Lake, obviously. Salem, New Hampshire. I like going there. I didn't go there last summer, but I like to go back this summer. So. Oh, cool. Alright, we'll do, because we should go flying this summer in the Piper. And seeing that you'll be CFI, you'll be sitting in the right seat in the right way, because that's where you're going to be doing your CFI duties from. So I have to sit in the left. Yeah, we should book it. I already have a bunch of bookings. It's just a matter of what works for you. So I will I'll message you on that, and we'll get you in the Piper. Warrior, Archer, either one. They have 2 Warriors and 1 Archer. And then if I can actually get my complex, and that won't happen this summer, but if I get my complex, they have the Arrow. So I'd like to get my complex endorsement sometime No time management issues on that, but sometime would be nice. You did? Yeah. It's a nice aircraft. It's a little more rigid, only because the low wing versus the high wing. High wing bounces around more, as you know. But they're typically the same aircraft, it's just high wing, low wing. And a little bit different handling, obviously. But yeah, we'll do something fun. Taunton just got a new restaurant, so if you ever wanted to fly someplace to get some lunch, Taunton, they say the restaurant's pretty good, so. Yep. But the Warrior's not eating that. The Arrow is. That's what the flight school, that's what Alpha 1 has for the complex endorsement, so. But yeah, they just opened up. It's a new terminal. So I went there when they had the dedication and they brought the community in. And then it's just like Plymouth's terminal. It's the same design. And they have this restaurant called Air, A-I-R-E. So it's fancy. And it just opened like a week ago or something. But I think I'm going to try to get to Taunton tomorrow for the Taunton Pilot Association breakfast. And if not, I'll probably just get lunch or something there really quick. Because I got to get back for a Memorial Day cookout, 2 p.m. with my family and my in-laws. So. But hopefully I'll be flying at, probably departing around 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Got to get to the airport around 8. So yeah, should be good. Got some aircraft flying out of Boston right there. And we would have to ask for a Bravo transition. But seeing that no one is on. Nope, no one is on. I gotta check over here because I have it like hosted over here. Yeah. No, we're good to go. Providence Tower is on. No. And again, Volanta kind of helps me out with that too. Usually shows you people on VATSIM. So there we are, Lowell, Mass area. Around your area, just right about here. Nick Resla. And we're flying back to Plymouth. So again, I probably have to turn left because, you know, someone's right over Taunton over there. And I live over here in Dayton, Massachusetts. So I'm going to drive to Plymouth just to fly back towards my house. But I'm going to get my 3 landings in. So there's also an objective. So I'm still current to take passengers, but this will make me go until like August. So, which will cover summer flying with passengers. Yeah, it might be FSLTL traffic. Could be VATSIM. November 870 November out there. I know that because I have emulated ADS-B out here.
41 Heavy, maintain 210 knots, then set maintain 3000.
It's very interesting. Yeah, we got clouds. We got clouds. All right, let's go to the left a little bit. Night currency has expired on me too, though. I don't really fly a lot at night, and I would always do it like a trip to New Bedford, go get some dinner. The restaurant closed there though, so I don't know if they have a new one yet. But I'd go there, eat some dinner, and I fly back to Plymouth and do my 3 full stops. I did not do that this year, so nighttime currency is not there for me either. But hey, you can just make people wait at the terminal while you do 3 full stop landings. Boston out in the distance, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just worried about these clouds. Gonna try to skim it here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Free lift, knock it off. Go on the right a little bit. And notice no CTDs. I'm gonna say it out loud. I feel pretty confident about this. So. Finally feel confident. Whoa, what was that? That's somebody. That was American Airlines. 118.3. I don't know what they're saying 118.3 for. Work way around the clouds, and then we'll head more direct. I haven't flown the 152 in forever. I'm gonna have fun tomorrow. And I still want to go to Martha's Vineyard. I try to go every year. I didn't get there last year. But I'd like to get there this year and go biking the island. Nick, you gotta get an e-bike, bud. I know you're in college, but you gotta get one. A folding e-bike. They're awesome to have so you can go on adventures. You could also rent one in Martha's Vineyard if you wanted to do something like that. I know how you are on biking. But it's pretty cool to travel the island. Take some more video, promote my thing. But yeah, that's the problem in college. I remember those days. And that happens after college too, so get used to it. Oh boy. Yeah, alright, seems like we dodged those clouds. I'm gonna get an iced tea break here in a second. Yeah, looking pretty good. Yeah, a little close, not that bad though. Looking good. Okay, we're about to go above Bedford, Nick Resla territory. They do, maybe not at first, but they do. Depends on how lucky you get. One of my, well, my only senior in my band that graduated this year, she might be going to Embry, I believe. That's her first choice. I don't remember if she told me she got in or not, but she wants to be a pilot. So, when I was at Cape Cod about 2 years ago, this gentleman was giving away all this flight sim equipment, and I happened to be there on a little weekend trip with my family. Alright, I'm reading it. Yeah, I'm reading Digi. 93 an hour is pretty good, but they only pay you when you're actually on the flight, from what I understand. They don't pay you for like sitting in the terminal. That could be different. I don't really know on that. Boku money, could afford to focus, double down. Yeah, I see that. Oh, Digi, just do side projects. That's how I do it, and that's easier said than done, because even my YouTube income's gone over. Yeah. You know, they do pay good, but the whole thing is that most people don't understand. You get paid. You know what I'm talking about, Digi. Yeah. I do 4 side gigs, but it's very minimal work, and I don't make as much on the DIY videos on YouTube, but I do make money still, so. But see, a lot of people don't understand about pilots. They think that your salary. Yeah. It depends on the contract. Oh, getting another raid. Ooh, getting raided by Jeff B. is raiding. Yes. Well, there you go. But it's all in the contract. If they're hurting, who knows? Maybe the contracts are better. What's up, Jeff? How's it going? Jeffrey B., part of the Virtual USA Flying Club. Thank you for raiding us tonight. I think I look pretty good as Harrison Ford there. I gotta be honest with you. And the subscription. Thank you so much, sir.
You need anything, just let me know. When's the beverage service?
By the way, that's my very good friend who's not a private pilot, should be, and he goes flying with me. So that's where that came from. That little banter there. We flew to Nashua, and that was our first flight together after I got my private. And then he's also the same gentleman I went to Woodstock with last summer. So, but anyway, thank you, Jeff, for raiding. Appreciate it, sir. We're right outside Boston Logan, and we're on our way to Plymouth in the 152 because I wanted to practice for tomorrow's flying. And we're gonna take a look at Nick Resla territory over here at Hanscom Bedford, Hanscom Field over there. Haven't been there yet, only because it seems pretty expensive to land there. It's like $50 from what I saw. I don't know if they would charge you that or not, but even Taunton is talking about landing fees, but it's for commercial aircraft. So
070, the heading direct fail, still 2987.
The city where I went to college, Boston, Massachusetts, over there. It is a religious experience flying over near Boston. I got to be honest with you. That was a big moment for me. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Sadly, I flew over, like right over Logan, or I should say like right here over Logan in the city, about a week before my brother, where I actually had to take a flight to Dallas to go take care of things down there. But it was amazing when, that was like one of the things that kept my mind off of things, was saying, man, you actually flew over this thing like a week ago. How amazing is that? Every time I fly there, and they clear me to go either like over here. One time, when I came back from New Hampshire though, they cleared me right over. It was like amazing. It all depends on which the active runways are. You did? Awesome. That was the only good positive about COVID for a lot of pilots that could make it happen, is that you could land at JFK and stuff, and they'd actually like wouldn't frown upon it because it wasn't as busy. There you go. Did you go gamble in Atlantic City, Dick? It used to be a lot better. The last time I went to Atlantic City for like a overnight trip was 2009. I don't know how it is now. A lot of the casinos like are either closed or dilapidated, from what I heard. 22 minutes to go or so. Once we get through the Bravo, we might go down to 2,900.
432, roger, 5 back district.
Let's get our DG set. Get Boston over there. Went to the Berklee College of Music, which is right about here-ish. My graduate college, I really don't even care for. I did like a satellite thing, campus. It was out of a middle school. And I won't mention the college because I don't want to be sued for slander, but it was a terrible college experience. The reason why I stuck with it, because I had money into it for the graduate degree. Reminded of that at graduation too, because you wear the robes, and like the master's degree, you wear like the school colors on the back. But we got through it. All right. Go look at Boston if I can make it happen. There we go. Yep. Jumps around a little bit on the outside camera here. Boston, Massachusetts. Yep. And I modeled this livery after 48990 at Alpha 1. That's where I got my private pilot in. I did most of my training. So it's got the same type of bluish type thing. And it's very simple. And I gave it the stripe design. So that's where it was inspired by. In my fleet, it's 482 Echo Foxtrot. So this is the new Contrail graphics add-on by Parallel 42. I can't remember what it's called right now, but I did buy it. I kind of like it. It does make the contrails look a little bit better. I see Fenway Park here on our left, right there, where the Boston Red Sox play, right there. But the Flag Tampa scenery added more modern buildings that weren't there. Here's the old Harvard Stadium over here. Boston University is probably over here. Actually, yeah, it's right there. My brother used to live in that dorm over there. He went to Boston University and I went to Berkeley, which is right down around here, near the Prudential. And of course, Boston Logan out there. Flag Tampa scenery, awesome. It does eat a lot of frames, but it is very awesome. And I actually went on a field trip there a little over a week ago. We went to the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, and we went to the Blue Man Group at the Charles Playhouse Theater. So that went well. Kids loved it. I liked it too. The Blue Man Group is pretty good to see. Gotta be honest with you. All right, we're getting through this Bravo here. Nice shot at downtown Boston, though. right over there. Yep. Come on, mouse, look. Fenway again. John Hancock Building. Prudential Center. There's some other skyscrapers here around TD Garden when the Boston Bruins play over there. I don't even know what they're called. Every time I go to Boston, it looks different for me. So, looks so small over here, though. I had a gig down here at the Legal Food Test Kitchen when they opened it there in Boston. That's way back in the day, though. But that was a cool gig. Yeah, all right. Anyways, we'll look forward as we get towards Plymouth now. Obviously, the scenery's getting a little intense here. But let's take a look at Volanta again. Then we're right outside Boston. We've got a little bit of traffic there. And we're heading towards Plymouth eventually, which is right here. I'm veering more towards the west because I'm trying to keep my heading the right way. Oh, excuse me. If you look on the tablet, you can see the ADS-B around here too as well. You have an Airlines flight down there. And then November 9 or 53 Alpha November. So looks like they're on approaches into Boston. And that was that's the Aviation program along with GPS program I use, which is XMap Spy. You do have to pay for XMap Spy, but it sends out ADS-B based on VATSIM and FSLTL traffic. It doesn't do Microsoft Flight Simulator traffic in it, but it is a cool thing, and it treats you just like real world. So you get like warnings if they're too close and stuff. You usually don't get those a lot, but they do occasionally pop up, and you would hear them on stream, I think, because I have my Bluetooth audio from my tablet pumped into the stream. Get up here. Come on, stop loading everything. It's a little spotty. Arbor Way? What the heck is Arbor Way? Never heard of Arbor Way. This is Route 93, I believe, north. And then here's Boston Icon. It's the natural gas tank. And so they painted like paint swaths on it. But one of the swaths looks like Ho Chi Minh or something like that. Oh. You might mean like a bike trail? Is that what you're talking about? Because I think I know what you're talking about. It's like on the edge over here. And it goes up the coast. Is it? Well, I'm gonna have to research that then. Is it bad that my right toe goes a little numb from keeping it on the rudder pedals? Like only in the sim, not real life? I don't know. Discuss. We got Norwood Memorial. I'm gonna have to check it up. Yeah. I'm not afraid to click links anymore because my sim, although it's a little glitchy right now because it's loading stuff, it hasn't crashed this stuff in a long time. Norwood is over there. Norwood Memorial. Haven't been there yet. They have some diamonds that you can rent out of there. Plymouth should be in the distance. I could actually trim this thing up better in real life, obviously. It's always a problem in the sim, especially with winds. You use the yoke a lot more, I think, in the real world than trim. If you ask me, just my opinion, my 2 cents. But alright, I'm going to click this Wikipedia link. Arbor Way. between Jamaica Pond and the Arnold Arboretum.
5,000, 45
We just passed Jamaica Plain. We overflew it. Oh! Connects Boston Common to Franklin Park, and it's an old road from the 1890s. Cool. Wonder if you could bike that thing. I don't know. Someday I'd like to go to Boston and take the e-bike, but it's just security at that point when you have to park it, if you're going to park it anywhere. Which I have tons, but they have a D. Oh, out there is Provincetown. And here's Plymouth over here. You can tell by the sandbar. We spent a weekend there with my son for his birthday in May. Well, earlier this month, I should say. Because he wanted to go there. But alright, I'm going to start descending down to 2,900 here. So let's kick it back to 2,100. And we'll trim for 500 feet per minute.
Saturday 20, reduce speed further to 200, then to maintain 3,000. You may exit the Bravos for traffic is looking for you, restrict to the bus.
Okay, slow to 200, then descend to 3,900.
No carb heat needed because we're not on that green arc. But usually 2,000 RPM and below we'll put the carb heat on.
United 820, company traffic is now 1 o'clock, 6 miles.
And let's get the Plymouth weather ready here. 135.62. Might be a little early, but we'll see.
United 820, just to maintain 2,500, turn left and increase.
No, it's not too early. Wind calm. Usually that means 6 or 24. I think 6. It's the calm wind runway. Could be wrong on that. Could be 24, but I think we're gonna go runway 6.
Carriage 4590, turn left and 090.
Temperature, left turn 090, 4590.
That's an old airport. They use it for filming movies and stuff like that, but they left it there. 29908. That's about right. No, I just Jit Road. It's been there for a while, my friend. Good grab. I'm gonna have to check that out. The entire route is in the city of Boston, according to that. It's also an MBTA station, which is the subway / commuter rail. If you're ever looking for Plymouth, you look for the sandbar over here. And then Provincetown's right across Plymouth Harbor there. Someone online on Facebook, one of my pilot Facebook groups, was asking about Provincetown the other day. It can get very gusty out there being on the tip of Cape Cod. But I liked it. You gotta be careful. Some people said they got locked out from their planes when the terminal closes and they didn't get the gate code, which I don't know why you wouldn't, because when you pay for the landing fee, you usually get the thing there, but... Alright, we'll probably continue right down to pattern altitude, which is 1150. Increase the mixture a little bit. Alright, we're good with that. I don't need that anymore. We'll check as we get closer.
The airport is 10 o'clock, 17 miles.
3,000 feet and airport descent, 1045 now.
Alright. Still be on approach as of now. Yep, and it's loading scenery. There you go. That's the only thing. Here's that Swampset Pond, my favorite visual of the area. New Bedford would be down there. There's also a TFR somewhere over here. So they have like explosives or something. That's in Whitman. But yeah, if you guys want, I gotta do a briefing for tomorrow anyway, so I could show you how a pilot gets a briefing online at least. I'm sure Nick Reslow already knows that, obviously, but For people that don't, you can see what we do. I have to enter a flight plan too to do that, so. And then I have it as a PDF and we look at it. Might not be a bad thing to do. The first time I would have done that in stream as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It is a little late, but we'll get there eventually. All right. Once we get out of the Bravo,
United 1951 checking out of 11.
we'll go to CTAF in Plymouth, 122725. Let me get that set up actually as my standby. Go. Keep it coming down. Let's go. Looks like the Google Map imagery is still loading there. This simulator's been on for hours today, like straight, so this is pretty cool that it works after that last sim update. Makes you wonder why they couldn't do that before, but now that it works, I'm not going to knock it. Airport is over there somewhere. It's probably over here near the pillar, actually. Cranland, short airfield over here on our left somewhere. They have skydiving there, so you gotta be careful of that. Right over there, they have skydiving. So Boston Approach one time scolded me because they thought I didn't know that, but I did. They thought I was getting too close as I was circling to try to get above the Bravo because they weren't going to let me through it that day. I think he was just stressed because they had a lot of flights going through the Bravo that day. I was denied to go transition to Bravo. Yeah, all right, we are out of the Bravo officially. Cranland over there. They have breakfast over there too, flying breakfast. They had one like last week. Alright. Seeing that we don't have heavy traffic in the pattern, let's go over to Plymouth. Plymouth traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot, we're 10 nautical miles northwest of the airfield, and we're setting up a left base entry for runway 6 full stop, Plymouth. Here we go. Keep it coming down. Whoa, got a little bit of wind here. Little turbulence.
How do you turn traffic down to 11 o'clock, 10 miles up, stretching 7,000, descending as they are just straight right?
Airfield should be that way. Oh. This wind is kicking my butt right now. I think it's right over there. But yeah, Plymouth, awesome place to go in the summer. They're working on the road downtown though. There it is. There's the airport. We're gonna land runway 6 right over there. So let's hang in there a little bit more. We're at 3,700. We want to get down to about 1150. Increase the mixture a little bit more. 3,000. We'll do a full mix. And we're on our way, ladies and gentlemen. So Taunton, where I want to go tomorrow, is right over there. It's not that far at all. So literally I'm going to drive from all the way over there to Plymouth, just get on a plane and fly back that way. It should be fun though. It's about the flying, you know, and the landings. Just get through the summer currency of taking passengers, so that way there's no issues at all. With HAZ 6363, we only did 2 landings. We did one up in New Hampshire and one back in Plymouth. So landed runway 15 that time. And boy, there's a lot of wind here. I think it over exaggerates once in a great while on the wind, to be honest with you. This is a light aircraft, but it's typically not that bad. And you will see the Alpha release from Digi Driver on Plymouth here. Yeah, it has. I knew you were going to be here. How's it going?
Alright, we're below it, don't see it yet, United 1651.
Alright, let's get in here. You might recognize this view. We landed on that runway.
Do not have the traffic, 1951.
Haven't been streaming in a while because my sim wasn't working right, but now it is with the newest update. No more memory leaks from what I'm seeing. Just a couple stutters when I have to load a lot of scenery. That's about it. Which doesn't happen that often. Only when I stream. Come on, keep it coming down. Full mix. Looks we're at 3,000. Full rich. Plymouth traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot, 4 nautical miles to the northwest. And we're entering a left base for runway 6, full stop Plymouth. Well, this is going to be fun. Could be a little high if we don't get down here. Come on. Let's go. Stop rocking me around. Wasn't like this, though, Has. Wow. Wow. Typically over here, there's a pond, and that's where we turn our base. So I'm thinking somewhere around here. Where we should be. Alright, seeing that we're getting closer, we're too high. Carpet on 1700. It's just like the 172. 1700. We should get down to about 80. We're doing a little bit of both. We're doing everything tonight, Digi. Cranberrying and. Alright, 10 degrees of flaps. Angle down. Should be about 80. 1700. Go a little extended here just to make sure we have enough time to settle it down. I think we're going to be fine. Plymouth traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot, left base, runway 6, full stop Plymouth. And we are on the CTAF frequency. Also, we'd be on Unicom here. I mean, CTAF. Destination Unicom. There we go. Okay, 1500. Another 10 degrees of flaps. That didn't work because it's loading. Alright, there you go. Angle down a little bit more. Should be about 70, but we're getting rocked, so I might leave it at 20 degrees of flaps. We're going to turn final. We're a little high, though. We're a lot high, actually. Alright, we're going to pull the throttle a little bit. Turn final. Might have to crab it. Might have to slip it. We'll see. Again, this is Digi Drivers. Plymouth scenery, not released. This is an alpha version. Strictly for me and now Stu. Oh boy, we're high. Alright, start crabbing. Keep it 20 degrees flaps, but yeah, we're very high. Luckily it's a longer runway, but we already have throttle out and we'll see. I'm sure I could save it still, but if not, I'll go around. A little choppy. Graphics. And we're very fast. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's very long. We'll take it. We're gonna be fine. A little long. But we're fine. A little bit of break. A lot longer than I'd like. Yeah, right. There we go. Turn off the left here. So yeah, not the best landing, but we got down. That's what matters. Let's clear the runway here. Did you? It didn't load all your scenery yet. That's not you. That's not. Oh, there it is. So there's the terminal. And we'll park it right here for a second. Plymouth traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot, clear of runway 6, Plymouth. Alright, we'll let it load while I get everything else out here. I think it's just my computer being slow. After landing, flaps up. Nope, let me show you what I'm looking at here. That's my checklist. Flaps up. Flaps up. Car feed off. Yep, there you go. And there's that beacon. I love that beacon. You did an awesome job on that. Strobes off. Probably took landing light off and seeing its day. And should be go to go. Trim to take off. Alright, we're going to go pull up to Alpha 1, which is over there. That's the red building. That's my flight school right there. But there's the main terminal. And the Taunton one looks just like that now. And I'll tell you what, Digi, let me prove my weather thing here. So look at the windsock. It's probably going to be right now, watch. 234 at 6. So see, we'd be landing 24, so the windsock should be going that way. 234 is this way. So that's the only problem, to be honest with you. That's a pet peeve. Alright, let's taxi back to Alpha 1. And then we'll take a look at the airport. And then we'll do a briefing for my real world flying tomorrow. How's that? Yeah, I know. It's probably just like a flag or something you have to change the directional situation. So Alpha 1, this is the maintenance. You could actually go there for maintenance. This is the main hangar for the planes. When weather gets bad, they put them in there. But we typically park over here on the Cessna side. And that's the Piper side. And they actually have 2 Pipers there, so that's pretty cool. And usually it's not this empty. Oh, you put an aircraft in that one too. Alright, anyways, sorry, back to guard.
Traffic, Gulfstream 711, Victor Papa.
My slew doesn't work like it used to either, so. Alright, we're gonna park it right there. Let's get a checklist for shutting down. ELT verify silent, avionics off. You just have to manually turn these things off. And I know you've been working a long time on it, so I'm not trying to poop. Well, I think it's amazing scenery. Alright. In the real world, this would take less time because we could turn those knobs faster. Transponder off. Right, all lights off except for beacon. And with that, I'm going to do full lean on the mixture. Mags off. Master off. Beacon off. Digi, thank you for coming out. Appreciate you coming out. Let's try to slew this thing back if I can. Yeah, see, the slew's not like it used to be. I used to use my yoke, but now it doesn't let me. Alright, we'll leave it there then. Alright, so anyways, Digi, thank you for coming out tonight. And again, a view at your Plymouth scenery. It's really good. It's a lot better. He added the taxiway that was added on after the sim came out. And therefore, it's very realistic to what it is in real life. You have the Mike Goulian School over here. And I'm pretty sure you'll probably keep working at it. You're a one-man show, so it takes a while. But you got everything where it needs to be. The last pictures I took for you were last year. I had an update on my phone that said that. But, alright, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how a rural pilot briefs, because I got a brief for my flying tomorrow anyway. So, I'm going to show you how I do it. You could call into a briefer. I'm going to be honest with you, I almost never call into a briefer anymore because I do everything online. And the reason why is I'm more of a visual learner. So what we do, 1-800-WX-BRIEF is the online briefing site. It's the same thing. We log in with a account we have. And I actually have to do a flight plan here. So we're going to go to Plan and Brief. I gotta enter in. This is like VATSIM here. See this? This is an actual Leidos Flight Service flight plan. So I could save it and everything, but just to get the briefing, we gotta put in what we're gonna do. Now, see how it already knows what aircraft it is? It knows it's a 152. VATSIM should do that. They should let you save like a call sign, and it should automatically default to certain things, like the cruising speeds there. Wake turbulence is light, 1 aircraft. going VFR General, Aviation, Flight Type, VFR Rules, Aircraft Equipment. If you click on that, see, it should do everything. I guess it doesn't anymore. Wow. Use Aircraft Equipment Helper dialog for existence. But anyways, I don't use that because I typed up my own based on this before. So again, this would be the same thing, just written out. You print this out, you can write it out. What's O mean? VOR. We actually have VOR. Yeah, because it doesn't have ILS if I remember right. So O is what I put there. Should probably put V. And let me see if I can get that thing back. There we go. And ADSB out on the surveillance, but it doesn't have in. My tablet does, so it's U1. Where's that? Oh, CU1. Yeah, mode AC transponder and ADSB out. That's in the thing there. Flight level will be 029, absolute. So you have to put A029. Departure is going to be Plymouth, KPYM. So very much like that sim. It'll be tomorrow, which it already is, and we'll be departing around 9 a.m., which would make it 1300 UTC. Cruise speed's about 100 knots. True airspeed. I'm going to go direct to Taunton. I'm going to overestimate that by 30 minutes. It's going to be 30 minutes, more like 20, but who's counting? We will be full. There's one person on board. Supplementary remarks not needed. I'd probably type my name in here so that way they know I'm piloting command. I haven't used my emergency radio in a while, so I'm not going to check that. We don't have any survival equipment and no jackets. No dinghies. And then, I probably shouldn't have shown you that, but don't look at it. And I go route brief. And I push PDF because I like to see it all printed out in a document. And then it gives me the whole thing here. See? In a PDF file. And I saved this so it proves that I did the briefing. Let me turn off this air traffic control chatter. There we go. Alright, so tomorrow around 9 a.m. 1300 UTC departing Plymouth direct to Taunton. And it's going to give me like all the information I need. So right now they're saying light IFR terminal area forecast. So we have to see. And Taunton's fine, so that's at Plymouth. So we will have to see. Sometimes that happens because we're on the coast in Plymouth and the thing goes over. There's a TFR and there's an Airmet Sierra, so we'll take a look at that too. So this TFR is always there. That's that ordinance in Hanover. We're not going there anyways. We're going right across. So this I might have to call and cancel because it says there's an Airmet for IFR, but we'll see what it's all about. That's why we do this. So Airmet, May 26th. 10:45 p.m. Ceiling blue 1000. That's at night though. I should be back by oh wait a minute. No. Yeah. Alright, so that makes sense. That's tonight to tomorrow. So we might not be flying tomorrow. I'll wake up and get another briefing in the weather. But that is the problem. So I might just drive to Taunton if I'm going to do it. If I can't fly. Sailing below 1,000 feet, 3 stretching miles, mist and fog. The conditions continuing through 1500 Zulu. So yeah, not looking good right now. Even though it doesn't say there's no icing here, when it's that close, you can suspect icing. I learned that in my Block Island flying. So that's another one. From 8,000 feet to 12,000 MSL. It's not looking good. Freezing level. Airmet there. Again, that's gonna be north of there. So you see how everything's very visual, and that's how we could get this briefing. If you call the briefer, it's not visual at all. So that's why I like to do this. But you put in your flight plan, and it does everything. Over here, yeah. See the low. It changed because earlier today it had high pressures over here. Low pressure we don't like as pilots. It brings the weather. And that is valid for 11 p.m. So that was an hour and a half ago. And it was updated at 12:35. Not looking good with these low pressures. Now these are current conditions. So yeah, we just flew through it. We knew it was pretty much VFR around there. currently looks great. Then here's the cloud coverage at 5 a.m. Not looking good at all. Could zoom in here. Give me a second. Oh, see, we're right on that. It's over the bay, yeah, and it can get closer than that. So that's overcast at 300, and that would be valid at what's that? 8 a.m. Sunday. So it's not looking too good. And then we have cloud coverage forecast for 11 o'clock. That's probably the one I want to see. Open it. It's about the same there. What's this? Not looking good. Broken at 1,000, top of 8,000. Clear above. Okay. I gotta go back to the PDF. And luckily it downloaded it, so I go to my downloads. Oh, I thought it was gonna be there. Oh, wait, yeah. I did open it as a file, didn't I? Yeah. Alright, we're good. And that's why, again, we download the PDF. I save these on my tablet, too, when I fly. Because, again, if anything were to happen, you could prove you did a briefing. Here's the surface forecast. These are winds. So it's not windy, but it's pretty bad on visibility right here. It goes down. So I don't know about tomorrow. IFR conditions. And look, it goes right in there. It's not looking good. I'll wake up tomorrow and still do a briefing, but right here, 9 o'clock in the morning. And this is Falmouth. This is the closest terminal area forecast station to Plymouth. Broken at 300. Not going to fly in that. 1/4 square statute mile visibility. Not looking good. You gotta see the times here. -4 is local time, so 10 a.m. It's looking pretty good there. I don't know. IFR from 3 a.m. tonight. Just that coast stuff. Winds aloft are not that bad at all. If you're gonna do dead reckoning, which I don't have to do, I mean the thing's only like 15 nautical miles away. We'd use these Boston winds here. And file plus 2K above because they don't do winds at 2,900. So, convective outlooks, storms, marginal, general, and again, it could move that way, you know, because that's again 8 o'clock in the morning. Moderate risk of severe thunderstorms part of northern Oklahoma. But now you can see how detailed this gets in briefings. There you go. See, it is going to move in. So from 8 a.m. tomorrow to 8 a.m. on May 27th, it looks like we're getting storms. And those storms could come while I'm trying to fly, so that ain't going to help. These are NOTAMs, prohibited areas obstruction. These are the wind turbines right near Plymouth. And this, I believe, is a tower. I could be wrong on that. But I'll tell you what else we look at. Here's what's going to tell you. Tower light. Northeast. Those are the wind turbines. Yeah, there's a tower light. But again, you're usually above that, but they put that in the briefing to let you know. Then 10 nautical miles. There's 6.6 nautical miles south of Plymouth. They're having a drone unmanned aircraft system there. Same thing over here. And you can read all these, but they're pretty low. So if your intended altitude's higher, then you're good. But you do want to read through it. You're responsible for everything. Some more antennas and tower lights. Taunton. This is from a while ago. Runway 422. That's a turf runway. We wouldn't be using that anyways. I want to land on the paved runway. And that's because the previous airport administration kind of trimmed it down in distance. I don't know why they said for safety, but I don't think they needed to do that, to be honest with you. But it's permanent from May 6th, 2020. Here's the NOTAMs, Quonset, ILS runway 16 unserviceable, GPS unserviceable. Not that we're going to Quonset, but you can see it does a little bit of area. Again, they're showing you map-wise. Falmouth. The CTAF was changed to 122.8 to 123.075. Providence has a remote communication outlet serviceable. Let's see what else. Yeah, this is not an area you want to go with the Cape Cod Coast Guard, but Falmouth, the 5/6 is right below that, so. Again, more obstructions. And then explaining it all there. Airspace. Unmanned aircraft system. Defined as over here. So someone filed that as a drone operator. No special use airspace. Runways. Not attended. So they're just telling you all this stuff. But I'll tell you where to get the NOTAMs after this too. For the airports you actually go to, but this is every airport in the area. So you could see it's a lot. It is a lot. Let's see. A lot of stuff. Oh, here's the NOTAMs on this province VOR DMEs. I'm not saying I'm just skipping over this, but you're not going to remember every little thing. If you're not going to land there, it might be nice to know that you contact approach. But look at everything. So this is a briefing. Now when you do your private, you will be calling into a briefer though. Because it's good to know that in case you have problems with the internet or you want to get more information from a person that actually is experienced in the area. Yes, I did one of these when we went to flying to New Hampshire. So now you know what I had to look at. Again, a lot of this is just really cautious. Here's drone operating areas. So they're saying there's a drone operating over there. Maximum altitude 640 feet, 400 feet above AGL, so that's 400 feet indicated, if you will. I'm sorry, 640 indicated, 400 feet above the ground. Then there's another one over here in Providence, which we read about before. So again, if you're at least 1,000 above, you're fine. And that's it, 52 pages. Did you see that? So anyways, it's looking a little iffy for tomorrow. Because the major thing for me is the fact that we have some IFR air mets here, and that's on the coast. Not looking good. Then we have some icing north, but you could suspect icing still because we're that close. So it says between freezing level and flight level 210. But yeah, that'd be a briefing. Let me show you where we get strictly NOTAMs if you want to. If you search up FAA NOTAM, they have a NOTAM search right here. And you type in the airports. So Plymouth, we'll do first. Typically there's nothing really here. Airspace, unmanned aerial surveillance. Start date, end date. Okay. Runway 6 not maintained. Is that what that is? Construction light towers. Those are the ones that we saw in the briefing. So see how it lines up. But what you're looking for here is like runway closures, taxiway closures. So now let's back it up. And let's search for Taunton. Yeah, and then the only thing is the distance on the runway 422, which is the turf runway. is not that much. I don't know why they chopped it down, because the Taunton Pilot Association paid for trees to be cleared at the end of the runway. But alright, we've done a pretty good briefing. That's pretty much what I do. And then I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll go to aviationweather.com or .gov. And then we'll type in all our data here, which it remembers. And we're going to do raw. And this gives me terminal air forecast and stuff like that. So Plymouth right now is 10 square miles clear. Tafts, Falmouth. Yeah, it's not looking good. 2 a.m. It's going to be broken at 304 square miles. But then at 10 a.m. it goes up a little bit. It's still a little sketchy. Amended, not scheduled, maybe. But even this scattered 800, it might not be the best. Showers in Boston. That's looking better. But what time is that at? 4 a.m. 8 a.m. broken. Yeah, see, so north of the airport. It's just that right on the coast here, it's going to have issues. It might not be the safest to fly. So, thunderstorms and rain from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I knew there were storms coming, but I don't know. We're going to have to wake up and check this again, so I'm going to leave this loaded. And then I'll do another briefing as well. And that's pretty much how we plan for flying. So, keep that there. Keep that there. And now you can see what we do as pilots, just to prepare a small little flight. Like literally, that's like a 20-minute flight over to Taunton. But not looking good. I'll have to wake up tomorrow. What did I do? There we go. So here from Plymouth, Massachusetts, with Digi Drivers, Alpha Scenery. Oh, see, it's doing that frame gen mod thing. For some reason, it does that when the VRAM gets low. And then if I turn off the frame gen, it'll work fine. So, I don't know. But from Plymouth, Massachusetts, where I hope to fly tomorrow if the weather cooperates, I will see you, Eric Flight. Peace out. Have a wonderful night. And I will see you soon. Everyone, peace out. We're going to rate someone if you're on Twitch, so stay tuned. We'll see ya. Bye.